Alright guys, we are here with, let me actually make sure the camera's set up right. Alright, we're here with Series 2, number 9. Let me get this straightened out a little bit here. And we should be good to go with that. Slide these over. And so a jumbo case, for anybody that's not familiar with jumbos, it is one autograph and 2 relic cards per box, as well as quite a few quite a few numbered parallels. So, and whatever else nonsense comes in Series 2. We obviously had a really good rip with the hobbies. Let's see how the jumbos treat us. Good luck to everybody in the break. There is 2 silver packs per box as well. Overhead cameras in the bottom left-hand corner. And obviously the team list on the right. I know people are asking me if I'm going to have Topps Chrome. Yes, I'm going to have a lot of Topps Chrome, so don't worry about that. That's really nothing we need to worry about in my personal opinion. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Alright, let's get rolling. Good luck to everybody. We're going to have Tatis Jr. on the sand glitter to start us off. Royce Lewis and the Marcell Ozuna OPS card. The All-Star game was pretty good this year. Speaking of All-Star game, Clayton Kershaw with the pink here came in, had a pretty good inning. The wily vet on the pink right there. We have Esteury Ruiz on the foil, Aaron Judge and Corey Seager on the Summertime Superstars. Victor Robles, Jason Foley on the sand glitter, Sasaki. And that's going to be George Brett and Bobby Witt. The Victor Robles here is going to be out of 2025. Going to the Mariners on the gold. And looks like we're going to have our first memorabilia. It's going to be Drew Thorpe for the White Sox. 1990 card right here. For the first memorabilia, we're going to have the foil for the Cardinals, Correa and Francisco Lindor. We have Heliot Ramos on the sand glitter, Yastrzemski, Turner and Schmidt on the dual. We're going to have Ellie on the Major League material. Just the base to the Reds. Got Spencer Torkelson on the sand glitter, Junior Caminero, and Shohei on the OPS card. If anybody's looking for UFC or Marvel, I do have them posted on Fanatics Live. The UFC is actually very, very close to filling. We're going to have an out of 74 Ohtani, Adames, and Machado for RBIs. I will get the 3 of you into a chat. Well, let's see. It's the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Padres. See the Dodgers, Brewers. Oh no, John has 2 out of 3 teams. He's the Brewers and the Padres. So going to John Parrish. The out of 74. We're going to have Ezekiel Duran, Merrill, and Matt Olson. So that's all that without having to do a random. We got a patch auto for the Blue Jays, 8 out of 50. Will Warren. Nice hit on the Major League Materials RPA. Going to the Blue Jays and John Parrish. We have Seth Halverson, Cole, and we're going to have Joey Graziadei. I don't know who that is, but sure, why not? Sure, why not? The boys. Let's say we're going to have James Outman on the foil, Ichiro, and Machado. I'm assuming is that like one of the guys from the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or something. I have Darren Baker on the foil, Cal Ripken, and Jose Ramirez. Let's get into the silver pack. Going to be George Brett, James Wood, Nolan Ryan, and Will Wagner. Yeah, Mark McGuire, Alex Bregman, Jackie Robinson, and Scooball. And that's going to be the first jumbo box. Wood and Wagner will be top loaded after the break. I'm going to just actually leave their pile right here. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Get this nonsense rolling here. Do the second box. Alright, let's get rolling. Good luck to everybody in the second box. We're going to have Vidal Brujan, former top prospect, Realmuto, and Aaron Judge. Man, I thought Brujan was going to be so good when he was with the Rays. I was one of the few times I was wrong on something when it comes to prospecting guys. We have Mason Miller on the gold here, cup card for the A's. Obviously, still an elite closer out of 2025. That's going to go to J.D. Brewer. And then we have the blue foil Rodriguez. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper home run derby winner. We have Witt and Ohtani. I know people are talking about Cal Raleigh not being in the base checklist for Chrome. I don't think he has a chance to win MVP, in my personal opinion. Rodriguez there for the Diamondbacks on the blue. I think Judge would literally have to get injured or completely just fall apart. Well, Raleigh's still playing the level he is. We have Bitto, Goldschmidt, Hank Aaron, and Acuna. Because like they both don't have great second halves. Like he's not gonna beat out Judge. Judge's numbers are just ridiculous right now. He literally has video game numbers. We're gonna have Spencer Torkelson, former top prospect. Period. The first overall pick, right? City Connect for the Tigers. The first box had a Will Warren from the Blue Jays RPA. Speaking of which, I need to go and get some more. Some 100 points behind me. Or no, 75 points. Not 100 points. Yeah, the first box had a Will Warren autograph. That was pretty much the cream of the crop. I had a pink Kershaw, but I'd say that's anything ridiculous. I have Jacob Myers on the foil, Bryce Harper, and Shohei. And I have Tyler Nevin on the Sand Glitter, Brent Rooker, and then Judge, Anthony Volpe. And two are second memorabilia, Wyatt Langford for the Rangers. 1990 baseball. Yeah, the Cleveland Guardians on the Sand Glitter, Shea Wickham. And then Teoscar Hernandez on the OPS leaders. Obviously, Teoscar Hernandez, he's still having a decent year this year. We had a really good year last year. Clark Schmidt on the 114 out of 250 purple foil. Unfortunately, down for the year with Tommy John. Sucks for the Yankees. Sucks for me as a Clark Schmidt fantasy owner. We have Eduardo Rodriguez on the foil, Chipper Jones, and Shota Imanaga on the Summertime Superstars. And for the Pittsburgh Pirates, going to Billy, the 1990 Jason Kendall on card. 1990 Topps Baseball autograph card. Jason Kendall. One of the elite hitting catchers like in the history of baseball. The guy's like I'm pretty sure he has an over 300 average. Just always kind of played on shitty teams, so that doesn't help. We have Bowden Francis, Perez, and then we're going to have the Miz. The Clevelander, obviously, that makes him a big Guardians fan. Have some cards that are like actually just upside down for no reason. We have Michael Mercado on the foil. Bobby Witt Jr. and Lawrence Butler. We're going to have Jack Flaherty on the foil, Shota Imanaga, and Freddie Freeman. Into the silver packs. We have Junior Caminero, Ken Griffey Jr., Luis Angel Acuna, and Aaron Judge. Have Jackson Merrill, Spencer Strider, Cal Ripken, and Willie Adames. Middle Acuna there. We'll see if baby Acuna. How's he looking in the Twins farm system, Billy? Is Brian Acuna gonna be a guy that ends up coming up for the Twins, or is he just stinking it up down there? I haven't really been paying attention to the youngest Acuna. Maybe as a Twins fan, you might have a better answer than I do. Sure, you at least have some of him from getting in breaks. Into box 3. 2 silver packs. Yeah, I figured that might be the case. Kinda is what it is, huh? Alright, let's get into the third box. We have Valente Bellozo, Soto, and then Roki and Ohtani. We have the Royals foil, Machado, and Corbin Carroll on the Summertime Superstars. Fair enough. I was gonna say, when I peeked the beginning of the year, he did not have great numbers. We got Billy Cook on the gold. We have Lucas Erceg, Sanoja, and Bryce Harper on the OPS leaders. Billy Cook on the gold. It's gonna be 2023 out of 2025. That's probably one of the closest we've got to like the bookend here. We got a thick boy patch, and it's going to be Vladdy and George Springer for the Blue Jays on the base. The dual baser right here. When Toronto beat the Yankees 9-2. Always nice to have some big memorabilia in there. Nice little base. Love to see it. Oh, for the Cubbies, Matthew Boyd, the All-Star. 3 out of 5 on the red foil. That's a sick card. Go to J.D. Brewer. Even if it's not like a rookie or anything, still a pretty dope card. 3 out of 5. Got J-Dom on the Future Stars foil, Mickey Mantle and Jackson Merrill. Summertime Superstars. I'm glad for Flagship they went back to like the standard parallel colorings. JT again on the Sand Glitter, Chris Sale, and Suzuki. Because it was kind of annoying whenever they had a different color scheme than like the regular cards. We got Nacho Alvarez Jr. on the Major League material. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but I'm very glad they went to like the standard coloring. We have Johan Rojas on the single. I actually found one of his first Bowman earlier today autographs. We have Randy Johnson and then Vladdy and Bichette. We have Monasterio, Andrew Monasterio, Ted Williams, good old Teddy Ball Game, and Teoscar Hernandez. I think the auto is coming right here, and it's going to be an Austin Riley for the Bravos. For the Braves, a nice little on-card Riley, 1990 autograph. And that's going to go to Brian Ward and the Braves. You have Alex Cobb on the Sand Glitter, Bogarts, and Mookie Betts. Josh Lowe out of 150 on the blue foil. Kyle Bradish on the foil. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Gunnar Henderson. The Rays getting a Josh Lowe blue. Though a little bit of corner damage. Go to MJ. Which foil? Oh, you're talking about one of... Were you talking about this Merrill? I don't know. What card were you talking about? Did I miss a regular Matt Olson by accident? Yeah, I'll go back and look. No, it's not numbered. It's just a base. Just a base autograph. I was very confused. I was like, what Olsen? I was like, I don't even think Olsen's in the checklist other than the OPS cards. I was so confused. I was like, I don't even remember seeing an Olsen. I mean, he might be in the base checklist, but like I'm not going through the base cards. We have Nick Pivetta, in the sense of like we're not flipping through them, so I wouldn't really know. We have Josh Smith, Freeman, and Sasaki on the Summertime Superstars. Nick Pivetta for the Padres on the purple foil. So you can tell from the back, like, you can't tell on camera, but actually the background will tell you if they're numbered or not. If that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, if the background's white and clear, it's fine. If not, they all have, like, a shade to them. I'll see if I can find one. Whenever we get to one of those that's numbered, I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's not the pink, because the pink's easy to tell. You don't have to be sorry, man. You're just trying to look out for whoever hit the card. I can tell, though, why you said that, because at his feet it does look like it's tinted. We have Sandy Koufax, Alec Bohm, Bryce Harper, and Thomas Sagisi. Which, the fact that the Cardinals sent him down still baffles me. We have Mike Piazza, Jacob deGrom, Ichiro, and Mark Vientos. It's also cool that your son got a bat from Loma Vita. I seen that little video earlier. What did you hit his one? Oh no, you hit his bubble gum, right? At first, I thought you guys hit like the Sapphire 101. When I first saw the video, I was like, dang, I was like, that's a really big pool. I mean, the bubble gum is too, but. Alright, sorry about that. I had to get the stack of cards out of the way. Let's get rolling here. We have Luis Severino, Sandglitter, Mark Vientos, and Brent Rooker. Got Johnny DeLuca on the gold, Alex Verdugo on the gold foil, Duvall on the foil, Jose Ramirez, and Adley Rutschman. So the gold Verdugo for the Yankees. Nicholas Vitale. I'm a little bit of a fan of Loma Vida, not just because of that, just in general. I thought his scouting report numbers looked pretty good. When I watched videos of his swing looked like it was a pretty nice swing. Normally that means the guys are going to do pretty well in the pros. We have Suzuki on the Sandglitter, Cal Raleigh, then we have Tatis and Machado. We got a little dual memorabilia, Trey Turner and JT Realmuto, and that's going to be a 71 out of 99 for the Phils. It's the first one of these we've seen. That's going to Billy. I know you're not like a huge memorabilia guy, but that's not a bad one. Baroa, Lindor, and Scooball. We got Pete Alonso on the Sandglitter, DeGrom, Shota Imanaga, and Suzuki. Is Suzuki on the Major League Material, Whitlock, Michael Harris II, and Vladdy Jr. Michael Mercado on the blue foil, Jacob Young on the foil, Nolan Ryan, and Ketel Marte. Mercado also going to the Phils. And we're going to get our autograph here again. This is going to be a nice PCA for the Cubbies. Pete Crow Armstrong. Base auto. Actually had some pretty decent autos tonight. I mean, I know Kendall's nothing crazy, and neither is Will Warren, but Gavin Williams, Quan, in the sense of like they're not worth a ton of money, but they're still good, like good pivotal players to. Well, Will Warren's up for debate, but Jason Kendall still, like everyone in Pittsburgh loves him still. We have Sanchez, David Ortiz, and Judge. And no, Billy, I don't want to buy him because I have more than my fair share of Jason Kendall autographs already. Before you ask. We have the Giants on the foil, Aaron and Jarren Duran. Yeah. We have Hideo Nomo, Chris Sale, Ted Williams, and Justin Robleski for the Dodgers. Nice hit here on the silver pack auto. Guy has nasty stuff, man. I don't know if he'll end up being like a starter, but we have Robleski, Correa, Sagano, and a 6 out of 10 O'Neal Cruz. The black background. Just nasty. Nice hit there, Billy, on the black. Like it's so dark. It's literally giving a reflection of my shirt. That's just dirty, man. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Let's get into box 4 here. Or box. That was the end of box 4. Let's get into box 5 here is what I meant to say. That was a good box. A PCA autograph for JD. Out of 10. Cruz and then a Robleski Robleski from the Silver Pack autograph. That's a pretty good box. I still don't like that they have like these stretches of like no product though for baseball, because like, all right, so we have Chrome and then Finest comes out like a weekend, like 2 weeks after Chrome or a week and a half after Chrome. Like I think that's crazy. And Signature Series comes out as well. Archive Signature Series active players. That should be an interesting one because I'm pretty sure like Ohtani and people signing it. Let's go. We have Corbin Burns, John Kenzie Noel, and Matt Olson. Austin Riley, the corners for the Braves. On the duel, we have Michael Massey, refractor George Brett, and Juan Soto. We have John Singleton on the gold, Griffin Conine on the sand glitter, Strider, and then Jaron Duran. OPS leader Singleton out of 2025 for the Astros. We have Vladdy Jr. on the memorabilia for the Blue Jays. Flaherty out of 150 on the blue foil, Soriano on the foil, Ellie De La Cruz, and Jose Altuve. Flaherty for the Tigers out of 150. That's going to be a 130 out of 150 for the Tigers. And John, look at the Texas Rangers. Sand Glitter, Wyatt Langford, and then Alvarez. Got Suzuki in the Major League Material, Parker on the Sand Glitter, Volpe, then Wood and Dylan Cruz. Major League Material, Suzuki for the Cubs and JD. Got Thomas Sagisi on the foil. Albert Pujols and Junior Caminero, who was mashing in the home run derby. He lost, but he was still hitting the ball well. We're going to get ourselves another guy. 3 out of 10. Logan Webb for the San Francisco Giants on the patch auto. The flagship autograph patch card. I feel like we pulled a lot of these. That's going to go to Nicholas Vitale. Nice hit there. It's the second one of these. He hit the Trout and the Pick Your Player. We have Bowers on the Sand Glitter, Skewball, and then Freddie Freeman. We're going to have Ben Brown out of 250 on the purple foil. Paul Goldschmidt on the foil. Babe Ruth. Wyatt Langford on the Summertime Superstars. Ben Brown on the Future Stars. It comes out in a sneaky good break. Going to JD. We're going to have, ooh, a 2 out of 25 Freddie Freeman on the orange. National League All-Star. Nice hit there for the Dodgers on the Freddie Freeman. Fan favorite. We have Eminaga on the foil. J-Rod and Bryce Harper on the Summertime Superstars. Into the silver packs. Babe Ruth, Jace Jung, Bobby Witt Jr., and the Zebby Matthews for the Twins. So this is what I was talking about. Even on the autographs, you can kind of see how the background is like gold. You can see it more on the chrome cards, but they'll have a really small hint of gold in the background if it was like an out of 50. But it's not very clear, and it's definitely not clear at all on camera. And if you're like short or like obviously I see over the camera, so my angle is different than most people. But we have John Kenzie Noel, Elliot De La Cruz, Strider, and Cal Ripken. I'm not 100% sure what all the case hits are, but I don't think we have. Ah, shit. I swapped refractor and chrome pile, or insert, and then stuff that needs sleeved pile by accident. Last box, guys. Good luck to everybody. Unless the Springer and Vladdy are considered a case hit, or the Logan Webb's considered a case hit, then we have. But I'm not sure if those are considered case hits or not. That's the one thing I hope Topps gets right for football and basketball. Is I hope they get case hits, because that would really put a hurting on Panini in general. If you already have all the logos, your product's just better. Autograph-wise, you have better players because you have the logos and the whole license. On top, you get some case hits, like... What do you guys think about that news of that Man Cave scandal ring going on with the memorabilia, with the autographs? That shit's a little crazy. Oh, shit. Grant Holmes on the Sand Glitter, Freddie Freeman, Yelich, and Jackson Chourio. Alright, we have Walter Pennington on the gold. Roki Sasaki on the foil. Trey Turner and Jacob deGrom. Walter Wellington out of 2025 on the gold. Got Joe Kelly on the sand glitter. Kyle Tucker. OPS leaders Vladdy. We have William Contreras on the Major League material. We have Beltre and Seager on the pink foil for the Rangers. Contreras for the Brewers here. Josh Lowe on the foil, Mookie Betts, and Trey Turner. We have Connor Gillespie, Dylan Cruz, and then we're going to have Francisco Lindor. Tristan Casas on the Major League material. We have Joe Musgrove on the sand glitter, Kumar Rocker. I have Lindor. Casas for the Red Sox. That's going to MJ, right? You know, grabbing the Sox, or somebody else. Brian Cox with the Red Sox. Got Gavin Lux for the Reds. I think this is the first time he's in a Reds jersey on the foil. Guerrero Jr. and J-Rod on the Summertime Superstars. And we're going to have Edgar Henriquez on the Baseball Stars for the Dodgers. Nice for the Dodgers to get a hit if it's going to be one of the bigger teams. But, man, it could have been somebody not Edgardo there. We have Freeland, O'Neal Cruz, and Ketel Marte. I have Oswaldo Cabrera on the black out of 74. Adahar on the foil. We have James Wood on the Summertime Superstars. Black foil Cabrera for the Yanks. No Nicholas. We have the Texas Rangers. Ooh, on the team card. That's kind of dope. The team border with the team card. That's pretty cool. For the Rangers and J.D. Brewer. Oh, fell down already. We have Taylor Walls on the foil. Willie Mays and Jackson Chourio. And that's going to be that box. Last two silver packs of the break. Good luck to everybody. We got Willie Adames, Jackson Merrill, Junior Caminero, and Ken Griffey Jr. Luis Angel Cunha, Aaron Judge, Robleski, and Carlos Correa. And that's going to be the break, guys. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. Let me get this paper out of the way first. Yeah, I mean, only one, and it was a rookie. I mean, even Henriquez is probably only ever going to be a closer like Max. But still, we avoided the crappy baseball star autographs for sure, which is always good. Because those are by far some of the worst autographs in the product. All right. We're going to have the black foil Cabrera. We're going to have Casas on the Major League material, Contreras on the Major League material. The pink Seager and Beltre, the gold Pennington, Zebby Matthews on the gold silver pack. Ben Brown on the purple foil. We're going to have the Cubs Suzuki, the blue foil Flaherty. We're going to have the American League All-Star Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the memorabilia. Singleton on the gold, Mercado on the blue foil. We have Seiya Suzuki on the Major League material. We have Johnny DeLuca on the gold, the purple foil Pivetta, Low on the blue foil, Alvarez on the Major League material, Drew Thorpe on the 1990, Billy Cook on the gold, the purple foil, Clark Schmidt, Wyatt Langford on the 1990. We're going to have Spencer Torkelson on the City Connect. The blue foil, Rodriguez, Mason Miller on the gold. We're going to have the black Otani Adames Machado, which is going to the Brewers Padres because the same owner has them both. We had De La Cruz on the Major League material, Robles on the gold foil, Verdugo, the pink Kershaw out of the 1990. And we got the dual patch, Realmuto and Turner for the Phils. We had a Team Border Rangers card. We have Edgardo Henriquez on the Baseball Stars autograph. Let's get into the rest of the autos and memorabilia. We're going to have Freddie Freeman out of 25 on the National League All-Star. Vladdy Jr. and George Springer on the base pass card here. I'm not really sure what the insert's actually called. But either way, that's actual bases from the game where they smoked the Yankees. Matthew Boyd on the red foil out of 5. O'Neal Cruz out of 10 on the black silver pack. We're going to have 3 out of 10 Logan Webb on the patch auto. Robleski on the silver pack autograph. We have Austin Riley on the 1990 baseball autograph on card. We have Jason Kendall as the same insert variation auto. Then we have PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong on the base auto as well. Then Will Warren out of 50 on the RPA Major League material. That's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. For those that hit, congratulations. For those that didn't, hopefully better luck next time. If anybody wants to get a UFC break, literally have 15 fighters left in the UFC break, or we just want to hang out on Fanatics Live, by all means, stop by and shoot the shit. Appreciate y'all as always. You guys have a good night. Be safe, and I will catch y'all tomorrow, later, whenever. I'm probably going to try to post a break tomorrow. It'll probably be a mixer of some sort. We'll see. Pokemon's going to be nuts tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But, yeah. Appreciate y'all. I will see you guys soon.